Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome. It is the Monday, July 21st edition of the Data Roundtable. Thank you so much for joining me. The whole purpose of the Data Roundtable is that we come together as a community and we talk and we basically share what's going on in our data lives or even in our regular lives. It's up to you. But we talk about data, articles, projects, problems, vendors, whatever you'd like. I walk in here with no agenda. The whole purpose is to give you an opportunity to talk things out, meet other data professionals, see where you're at in your journey, see where other people are at in their journey, and really just try to come together and have some fun. So I hope that you're doing well. I hope that everything is good for you in your part of the world. And let's just see where the conversation takes us. I'm excited to be able to spend some more time with you, to be able to just kind of keep on developing that skill, right? We got to keep on developing our skills. We got to keep on moving forward and making sure that we're still making progress in our learning. And it really doesn't matter where you are, right? And where you are in the process, because you should never really stop learning in data science. That's one of the beauties of this world, right? So if you're out there, let me know how you're doing. Like I said, I walk in here with no agenda. There's always little things that I notice or I may want to talk about. Right now, the biggest thing on my mind is that I have received a ton of new followers from Egypt. So if you're listening, and you're from Egypt, thank you so much. I've always had pretty good support from Northern Africa. I have followers in Morocco and Algeria. I have a client in Algeria, a coaching client. But Egypt, all of a sudden, Egypt's showing my account some love. So thanks so much for that. I actually got a reply this morning from one of their one of their top influencers. We might do a collab together. Who knows? But anyway, so it's been a busy weekend. It's been an interesting weekend. I've done a lot of work for projects for my clients and things I do to keep up. My clients have complete access to me, including via text and phone. So I've been doing a little bit of texting this weekend with a couple of clients. It's always interesting to see the different issues or questions that they bring up to me. So always happy to do that. Always adds to my day. But how's your day going? How's your week going? What do you got going on this week? It's Monday. I want everybody to maintain a positive attitude. We're going into another week here, and I know it's not always easy to maintain a positive attitude, but we got to do it. We got to do it. It's very important. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing what I do and looking forward to another week of work. I have a couple of new client calls this week, which are always fun to do. And I'm also going to be working on a project for one of my clients. I'm going to be creating a custom data science study for them to help move them along in their journey. And then we'll just see what happens. That's one of the beauties of life, right? You never know what's next. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm just looking forward to putting in the work and just keep on developing my skills. So let me know what you're doing to develop your skills. Let me know that you're out there. Let me know where you're joining me from, and we'll see where the conversation goes. I've already been up for, even though it's only 8 a.m. on my end. When I do these streams, it's at 8 a.m. on my end. But even though it's 8 a.m., I've still been up for a couple of hours. I got up early, went to walk my dog, came back home, had a little bit of breakfast, and really just started doing my research and all of my different studies. I have different plans that I see going into the end of 2025 and early 2026. So just trying to get everything aligned for that. Okay, so over in the chat, our good friend Osama. Osama, so good to see you. Such a great supporter. Hi, Egyptian Dennis. Happy Monday, and hope everyone kicks off the week on a high note. I hope everything is going well. Oh, look at you being all encouraging, kicking off the week on a high note. I like the way you put that. Let's all hope we're doing that. Definitely, for sure. I feel like I am. I've had a really good weekend, and I just want to carry that momentum through. When you're self-employed and when you're doing content creation, there's always something to do. There's always a comment to reply to. There's always an email to return. There's always content that I could be filming, scripts I could be writing. There's always something to do. So for me, I have to almost remind myself that it's Monday because every day is a work day for me, right? There really is not a lot of pauses. So yeah, I like the way you put that. I hope we do kick off the week on a high note. Everything is going very well. You know, People send me emails all the time. How are you? How you doing? I'm doing fantastic. I look, guys. I sit at home with my dog and I make content about a topic that I'm really passionate about. Like, I'm okay. I mean, it's pretty pretty lucky to be able to do this, right? So I'm doing just fine. Doing just fine. Ty, our good friend Ty, is also in the chat. Says good morning and happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, Ty. How are you? So good to see you in the chat. Thanks for spending some time with us. Yeah, everything is going well for a Monday, and it has been a good morning. I love the enthusiasm in your message, Ty. I love that. Yeah, Mondays get a bad rap, right? Mondays are as good as you want to make them. So keeping a positive attitude for a Monday is definitely an important thing, right? So let me know what you guys got going on this week. Do you guys have anything you're working on or anything exciting coming up this week? I got some things I gotta take care of this week. And like I said, I'm looking ahead to 2026. When I was in high school, I had a teacher in high school tell me that they had noticed that one of my good traits is that I prepare well. I hate being unprepared, and it's true. My nightmare is walking in unprepared for an exam or a test or something that I have to do, right? So I'm looking ahead to 2026, trying to do some of my planning for 2026, and I'm starting that now. And it's not even August, right? And it's easy to say, oh, I'll plan in the fall, I'll plan in November when I have more time. But, if you really want some bigger things to happen for you, it takes more planning, right? So that's what I got going on this week. I'm doing a variety of different inquiries and different situations that I have to plan out for what I want my 2026 to look like. So what are you working on? What are some of the bigger plans that you need to kind of kick off early, right? What are some of the things that you kind of need to push ahead because, good things take time, right? You can't always just wing things or wait till the last minute or what do they always say? I'll figure it out later type of things, right? Sometimes you have to plan ahead, right? So let me know if there's any big things like that you're planning for. I certainly hope that my planning, works out the way you want. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But the point is, you got to start ahead of time, right? You got to give it enough time for things to come to fruition. So if you guys want to talk about that, welcome to do that, or let me know about some of the latest tools that you're using or something that's caught your attention. So many things to look at in AI, right? There's new tools every hour, it seems. If you're joining us in the chat, this is the Data Roundtable, where we talk about any and all items related to data. So feel free to let me know that you're out there, where you're joining from, and we'll kind of go from there. Nobody else wants to join in, huh? It's been a quiet morning. Maybe I'm going to have to rethink this format, but I've used this format before in a corporate environment, and it was welcome there. But maybe because that format was a little less frequent than this one. That format was monthly. This one is daily. So maybe I need to rethink that. But we'll see. I'm committed to doing this process of streaming every day, at least through the end of the summer. End of August, middle of September, something along those lines. So keep on coming back. It's gonna grow, but I think that this would make like a natural stopping point. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. We'll be back again at it tomorrow, or you can join me on Instagram after this, where I do stream on YouTube and Instagram individually. So I'm about to switch over to Instagram. So you're welcome to join me there. And otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody.